Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum friends. Hope you all are doing well. So this is me Rameen Ali, and today we are going to study International Lower Secondary Science. Chapter number 7, Reversible and Irreversible Changes. In previous video we will learn 7.1 Reversible and Irreversible Changes. So today we are going to learn 7.2 Heat brought about by heating. What changes take place when an egg is fried or boiled? Are these changes reversible? These changes are irreversible. So let's read. In fig 7.6 you can see a raw egg. In fig 7.7 you can see a fried egg, and in fig 7.8 there's hard boiled egg. Heat is needed to fry or boil an egg. The heat changes the eggs into another form. The fried and hard-boiled egg look, smell, feel, and taste different from the raw egg. You cannot get the raw egg back after frying or boiling it. Thus, the changes are irreversible. In this paragraph, they are saying that when an egg is raw, when we can fry it, so it can lose its shape, taste, or its smell. And same goes to here when we boil an egg, so it is not like that when the egg was raw. Think about it. Identify some changes brought about by heat which happen in the kitchen. Are these changes reversible? Toasting bread, baking, cooking rice. Heat some sugar strongly in an evaporating dish or crucible. Observe what happens when sugar is heated. Are any new materials formed? Is the change reversible? So this is the answer of this question that they can do. When sugar is heated strongly, it breaks down or decomposes mostly into carbon, a black solid, and water vapor. New materials are formed and the sugar cannot be changed back because sugar has white color. So when we can boil it or evaporate the sugar, so it can convert like this. This is the decomposition of sugar. It changes into black color from white to black. So we cannot get back the sugar in white color. So this is an irreversible change. Does heat always bring about irreversible changes? If you leave some chocolate in a car on a hot day, the chocolate will melt. Heat changes the state of chocolate from solid to liquid. This is the chocolate. This chocolate is boiled or boiling. So when this chocolate is fully boiled, fully melt, so if we can leave this on any cool place or in the fridge, so it becomes back into its shape. So it's a reversible change. It can change liquid from solid. If you leave the melted chocolate in the refrigerator to cool, it will change into solid again. Changes of states are thus reversible. Next page. What happens when water is heated? Melting ice. This is melting ice. Heat gain causes the ice to melt into water. Heat also causes liquid water to evaporate or boil to become water, vapor, or steam. The water has changed in its state, but no new materials are formed. How can we reverse each change? Heat gain can cause a solid to melt into a liquid and a liquid to evaporate or boil and become gas. Heat loss can cause a gas to condense into a liquid and a liquid to freeze into a solid. This is boiling water. This is a question they can do, that what happens when water is heated. So when water is heated and we can put that water in the refrigerator, so it can become back to ice. So same goes to here. When we can put the water again to the stove, and when the water is boiled, so it evaporates and change into gas. So now learn the key points. Heat can bring about both reversible and irreversible changes. So they can question here that how can you reverse each change? I told you this answer. And also they said that heat also causes liquid water to evaporate or become water vapor or steam. Heating sugar, baking mixture and eggs give rise to irreversible changes. So here you can make a question that what is the effect of heat on matter? Example. With example, okay? So this is the answer that heat can bring about both irreversible and irreversible changes in matter. Heat can bring about changes of state such as melting, boiling and evaporation. Heat loss or cooling can change a liquid into a solid and a gas into a liquid. Changes of state are irreversible. So now we can write 2 or 3 short question answers on the board. So these are the questions. First one is answer the following that these are reversible or irreversible changes. First one is heating sugar mean decomposition of sugar. This is irreversible change. Melting chocolate, when we melt chocolate, it's in liquid form and it will come back to solid. So liquid to solid and solid to liquid. So it is reversible change. Melting ice is also when we melt ice it becomes water, and when we freeze water it becomes to ice. So solid to liquid and liquid to solid. So it's also reversible change. Fry egg, it cannot be reversed to be like raw egg. So this is irreversible change, and boiled egg is also irreversible change. Next question is what is the effect of heat on matter? Heat can bring both reversible and irreversible changes on matter. Example, heating sugar, baking mixture of eggs and egg gives rise to irreversible changes. So these are the questions.